We're on and we're ready to go. Welcome, 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 everyone who is watching now and who may be watching on our replays. I'm Sue Rumack. I am the tribe host of Life Force Activators, and this is Sacred You.Love Community Connections. What we're talking about tonight is a saying. We're talking about, it's all about community, right? And we're talking about this very old saying that says, you can only enjoy a story when you know the end, when you know the ending. And I mean, I'm one of those people. Oh, by the way, before we start, Lubitsa Popovic, thank you so much for joining us. We just love to have people who are our members joining us, and Sophia Soul, who is in the background, muted as well. She is our wizard, our magician, our magic lady who makes Sacred You a reality. So talking about community and thinking about the story when we know the ending of the story. So Sophia and her amazing visionaries created this community called Sacred You.Love. And it is a soul-led community connection place where people bring their ideas, their dreams, their talents, their wishes, their future dreams, and they explore them. They join the various tribe gatherings to try on new things about where they might want to go in life, where they haven't had a chance to explore, where maybe they used to be really involved in some wonderful activity, but kind of it got lost along the way. And now there's a wonderful tribe that meets twice a week, twice a month, that every second week, that explores this particular aspect of who they are. So Lubitsa, I know that you may not be on for very long. You joined us for a few minutes. But if I was to ask you, if you knew the ending to the story of having joined Sacred You, make it up. Doesn't have to be real. What would be the ending of the story 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when you've been a member of Sacred You all this time, exploring all these different avenues, meeting all these amazing people, making new friends, connections? What would your magical ending to that story look like?
Okay. You challenged me here because this is my a little of a struggle envisioning the future. So yeah, thank you for challenging me. I love challenges.
Good.
I'm always up for challenges. So let's do it together. Yeah. Okay. As you say, I do love communities, and working within communities is way more powerful than working on your own.
So it is. Going
forward, although yes, I love this space, but I don't have a deep knowledge about the community. I'm still new. But I would like to envision this at the end of the story, although there is no such thing as we know. But let's say just in the future, 10 years in the future. Oh God. I can see this community serving so many souls who need assistance and help in any way. I see this community uniting like-minded people and getting stronger. Growing in such a way that new souls are popping up and joining, growing, healing, bringing their talents. Together we are creating actually a wonderful world.
Yeah.
So yeah, you challenged me. I guess I have a beautiful picture. Yeah, we are helping each other and radiating that outwards.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, when I asked
Okay.
Sophia this,
Was that
yeah,
good?
yeah, it was perfect. Perfect. When I asked Sophia the same question 2 weeks ago, because I speak every 2 weeks. This is my time. Every 2 weeks I get to play. And yeah, I love it. And I've got the microphone to prove it, right? Anyway, when I asked Sophia, she said the same thing, basically, except she sees this community creating hubs of communities all over the world. She sees it as a network of hubs of communicating of communities that are communicating with each other, and each is growing in their own hub, not necessarily along the same lines as each other, but in tandem. They grow to the need of their community, their organic community. But we are all connected with the same concept of being serving, helping, growing, spiritual, compassionate, kind people. And her vision was incredible. I just was blown away by her vision, because she took it more than 10 years. She took it out 20 years. She took it 30 years. She took it beyond our lifetimes. Well, hers and mine, because well, she'll probably last another 30 years, but I'm not so sure I will. But the point is that she sees this community as being one of those organic growth events that starts off slow, but becomes really, really embedded and networked and whole and very healthy. And because of the people that are joining the community. So I looked around my home, and for looking, my grandson Charlie is eating a chocolate cupcake, and the look on his face is just incredible. That's why I'm chuckling. So I looked around my home, and I was looking for little, I guess, physical things that would kind of identify what we do as a community. So one of the things that we do is we explore the unicorn magic that all of us has in us. And today we look at unicorns as being an icon of magical futures, where we expand our abilities, we grow our potential, and we become successful, magically successful. So the unicorn for Sacred You, to me, is an icon of what our communities could grow into. We also look at meditation and meditation aids and ways of connecting with spirits and guides and angels. So there are all kinds of opportunities to create your own things like meditation wands, meditation sticks, meditation palm stones, that kind of thing. And I know that a couple of our groups have worked on creating beautiful meditation tools that you can physically hold in your hands, intention, create the magical connection that you need to feel connected to your angels and guides, so you can ask your questions and get your answers. So we've got more than one tribe that uses physical manifestation by actually making the items that we believe to be magical for ourselves. We have other tribes that deal with managing the gremlins in our lives. How do we get rid of the things that keep us stuck? Well, by addressing the gremlins. And there are, Sophia's looking at me and laughing. So Sophia runs a program called the Empowered Entrepreneurs, I think it's called. And I mean, when we have those in that group, we look at the gremlins that keep us stuck from being most empowered. So, I mean, as I said, I'm looking around my home for all the things that kind of identify what it is that create the stories within our community. We also have some wonderful people that are connected on the native level, creating the tools, or using the tools and the magical, the mystery, the little bit of witchcraft, where we create the magic in community that protects us in many ways. And this is actually an antler bone meditation rattle. It's a spirit rattle that we use to call in the spirits to protect us and guide us. And I found this is my birthday present to myself, and I found it at a native festival last weekend, and I brought it in to add to my crystal bowls and my brass singing bowls and my incense and my sage and all the rest of that. But I'm not the only one. There are so many of our 31 tribe hosts that are here to support anybody on a spiritual journey. I mean, you can dip your toe into any one of our tribes, see which one actually resonates, which one aligns with your energy, and then decide to stay. If you join a tribe and you decide it's not for you, no problem. Just unsubscribe to that tribe, unjoin. It's as simple as doing an unsubscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. You're already a member. So all of these tribes, 31 of them, are open for you to explore and see. Now, what about those of us who need to know more of who we are? The masks that we wear. Oops, my feathers are flopping. I'm sorry, but there we go. I put my feathers back. So we have these masks that we put on when we're in front of people. That's part of our story. In community, we have an opportunity to unmask and show the world, well, this very safe world, exactly who we are, what we bring, and why they might want to know us better. So, I mean, I've only uncovered just, I don't know, half a dozen maybe of the stories that we bring to our community, the stories that we're looking to take part in, and we don't know what the endings to those stories are going to be for us personally. We each explore, we're explorers. Like Dora, I don't know if you have ever watched it in your country, but in Canada, there used to be a show called Dora the Explorer that my grandchildren, when they were really little, used to watch. And they never knew where that journey was going to take them. And there were always trials and tribulations, and they had to overcome obstacles. Well, the beauty of joining Sacred You is that there are no obstacles. You bring your want, you bring your desire, you bring your excitement, you bring your honesty about who you are and what you want to get out of the community. But there are no obstacles. Just join a tribe. Play around for a little while, see if it fits you. And if it doesn't, it's a bye-bye, I'm on to the next one. And if you join 3 tribes maximum at any given time and explore those 3 for a little while and decide which one of those 3 is the one you want to stay with, and then delete one or the other, say, thank you very much. I loved being here. I may pop back in again. You know, you have my love and support, and then go off and try another tribe until you find the right fits. And then it's like a daisy chain. And you just keep putting the daisies that have wilted, you let those go and you put in a fresh daisy. Or you use the daisies and keep them watered and they just keep staying fresh. So sacredyou.love is an opportunity for anybody who is already a member to grow, to try on, to become your own unicorn, and to see where that takes you, right? I mean, if I put my unicorn thingy on, my headband on, and tip it to the side, well, I'm a different type of unicorn. I'm just a straight up unicorn. I might want to flip it to the back so that I've got my unicorn protection on the back. And there's always our crystals. Who here doesn't love their crystals? We have logical left brainers. We have people who are in the medical profession. We have people who are healers. We have people who are accountants and technologists and philosophers. We have people who have written books who are famous. We have people who are about to become famous because of the books they haven't even written yet, but will write. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's the person who's watching me talk and prattle on now for, I don't know how long. How long have I been talking? Maybe 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. But I think maybe we've almost had enough of me talking. Is there anybody that would like to say anything about that story that we don't know the ending to?
Can I just say, Sue, first of all, I love you. I seriously love you. And for anyone who is watching, if you want to have a really good laugh, like seriously, because we all need to laugh, come and join Sue's tribe, the Life Force Activators tribe. Now, we do have people watching, so please say hello, pop your name in the comments. This is an opportunity for you to connect. Also, in the link, in the comments, is a link to come and join us on Zoom. You're more than welcome to. We don't bite. just come and say hello. I know for some people it's a little bit of an extra thing. Not everyone wants to do that, but it's an opportunity to experience, just to be a little bit courageous and take that little step, and come and join Pizza Libiza. Libiza. Okay, good. Libiza. Sorry, I'm going to say Pizza Libiza. And then one day,
whatever works for you.
One day I'll drop the pizza. Come and join us on Zoom and tell us what your story is and the ending to your story, as Sue was saying. So thank you, Sue. I just wanted to give a shout out to whoever's watching. Come and say hello.
So, Sophia, are people who are not members watching on live stream? People who don't know anything about joining or not too much about joining us yet?
Possibly, because no one has said hello. That's why we'd love Facebook. I mean, besides us, but Facebook, it actually helps us so much when people say hello. Just say hello, your name and where you're calling in from. We are global. We are live, and we do have people watching us. So don't be shy. Just say hello. Yes.
I'll just share my experience. There is something powerful with joining, showing your face live. Even till today's day, I started doing this thing a few years ago, and I was horrified coming on the screen. If I would raise my hand and wanted to say something, and I had a great idea to say, I would come out and freeze. And that was even more horrifying for me, as if the whole world is watching me and just judging me. But courage, the word that both of you, I think, mentioned here, is really the key for us to grow. Push yourself. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here. I'm still going through that, and I believe it will take me very long, maybe never will disappear. There's that part of discomfort in me, showing up and speaking out loud. But there is something really powerful helping us grow, and being within community and feeling supported. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. If anybody's doubting whether they should come and join us, like we are here together, or even commenting, that's another thing that I'm struggling with, like giving comment, who's going to say what, you know. But yeah, there is something powerful about that. It helps us grow, it helps us expand beyond those limitations that we are putting onto ourselves. So that's my share.
Libiza, what you just shared was so powerful. And the fact that you are a member at large. You're not a host. You're not one of our special panelists. You're not not an identified expert. I believe you are an expert in your field, but you're not an identified expert within Sacred You. You're a quiet, invisible member who's decided to become more visible. And that's exactly what we're hoping for, is that enough people will become that little bit more courageous to allow themselves to become more visible, to become a more active part of a tribe. If you're a member of a tribe already, become more, just take one little step, make more comments on the Telegram page for your tribe, interact, ask a question, talk to another member in your tribe who's made a comment back. Create that sense of community so we don't all feel so alone on the page kind of thing. The page melts and hands holding hands take its place. And that's where our hearts connect. And that's what we need to do if we are going to create a lasting community. For those of you who may be watching or watching live or watching the replay, and you're not yet a member of sacredyou.love, please check out sacredyou.love. And we do have a trial offer. Now, this is not an advertisement, it's just an invitation. Okay. We do have a trial offer for $1 Australian, 2 weeks of open access to everything that's available on the sacredyou.love platform. $1 Australian, which when you put into other currency becomes so much less, it's pennies. So for 2 weeks, you can explore all of our tribes. You can pop in, you can see the replays of their meetings. You can watch the panel discussions, the replays of those. You can watch the live ones. And there are live panel discussions every week. Ignite, inspire, innovate, with panelists and experts talking about unique topics that you don't hear about elsewhere, giving unique perspectives and, firing up our brains to think in new ways. It's something that I love doing, is being one of the panel facilitators. And even more so, as a panel facilitator, I get to choose the topic and ask the questions and wrangle the experts. But I love even more being a panelist, bringing my own views and my own maybe outrageous views about the various topics, and having a platform to kind of explore them and debate them with my peers. And which is exactly what we ask you to do, is when you join us, is debate with your peers, talk to your peers, find your peers, the ones that you've been searching for all your life and didn't know where to find them. Now you know where to find them. sacredyou.love, $1 trial offer, 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, if you love us, don't want to leave us, don't do anything. And it will automatically flip over to a $15 a month charge, Australian dollars again. What can you get for $15 a month? And have access to so much education, so much energy, so much healing, so much, the tarot card readings alone, the oracle card readings, the human design tribes that talk about how we bring our best selves into every situation. The list just goes on and on and on. So I'm going to stop talking now, because I'm sure you're tired of me talking. But if you are not yet, Sophia's shaking her head, no, she's not. So if you are not yet a member, trial offer, $1, 2 weeks. If you love us, don't do a thing. So become an automatic member, $15 a month on your credit card. Stay as long as you like. Switch tribes as often as you want. If you're already a member and you have not explored the tribes, explore them. That's what the replays are there for. They're in the members village. I don't know exactly where, but just kind of flip around and it says tribe meeting videos. That's all you want. Tribe meeting videos. Special event videos is in another drop down. Watch all the special event videos, because then you can see those panel discussions I was talking about, all kinds of topics, sometimes twice a week. Now I think it's only going to once a week, and then we have our other programs. No, she's saying no, it's still twice a week. And then we have our other programs. There's special programs, special courses that are being offered by our hosts, our expert hosts as well. And at this point, they're all free. There will be other programs, master classes and whatnot, that will be charged appropriately, that offers so much more. And I just see Joanne Irwin has joined us. Hello, Joanne. Good to see you. We are just wrapping up Community Connections. So we are going to, hello, Joanne. Now I see your gorgeous face. So, Joanne, we've just been talking about knowing the end of the story that we experience when we join Sacred You, and that it's a journey to get to the end of the story. And as Labizia said, it's a never-ending story. You never come to the end of the story until you're at the end of the story, which you don't want to get to just yet. So no. So we are just about to end off, but Joanne is one of our tribe hosts as well. Do you want to just quickly say which tribe you are host of, Joanne?
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I was in another meeting. I'm the host of Empowering You to Live Your Best Life. And yeah, it's a wonderful little group of women that I support. Well, we support each other, and it's run pretty organically and, by what the women would like, what's coming up for them and what they'd like work with, but I'm an NLP and hypnosis practitioner by experience, but I have done a lot of other modalities. So it's a bit of a variety, but it's a lovely little group where we connect and support one another and learn new things and work out, where we're at in life and the different stages of life. And yeah, it's just beautiful. So empowering women to live their best life is what I'm about. So
I'm going to ask you one question before we close. Yes, Sophia.
Can I just interrupt? First of all, you don't have to close, Sue. We're not running over time yet.
Oh, good. Okay.
But you can if you want to, but that's up to you. But I'm just letting you know we've got heaps of time. But Sally Wilkinson is tuning in, and I just want to give a big shout out to Sally. Sally is saying, "Howdy, ladies. Laughter is amazing. Zoning in and out today. She might jump on another time because she's still in bed trying to shift a headache." So just sending you lots of love, Sally. Just wanted to say that, and I know this can be confronting for some people, but we have people joining us who are still in bed. There are a lot of times that I'm still in bed, and we jump on Zoom. So next time, whenever you feel welcome, you're welcome. Whether you want to join us and you're up and running and dressed, or whether you're still in bed, you are welcome to join us.
And I have joined from bed as well.
Yes, Sue has joined from bed. Sue's been in hospital and joined us from bed, and quite late at night when Sue's time zone. She's been in bed and has joined us.
And you can see I'm not this perky.
So everyone is welcome to join us, no matter what, whether you're in bed. I mean, don't tell anyone. I've even joined Zoom when I've been in the bath.
We won't tell.
We won't tell.
We only see you from here up. The bubbles
it's
stop
amazing.
Here.
It's amazing what is going on Zoom that people can't see. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Anyway, let's not go there. Just wanted to give a big shout out to Sally. And I hope
Sally, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad that Sophia's found you and let you know that let us know that you're watching. We are thrilled, absolutely thrilled. Joanne, I was going to ask you, and actually, if Sally would like to answer on the chat, she can do that too. If you were to look at your story, your life story, and you were to expand it out 10, 20 years, okay? Now, I started with a quote. Joanne, you didn't hear this part, but there is a saying that says you can only enjoy a story after you know its ending. Even if you know the ending before you start, you know what's going in that direction. So if you were to, now we're talking about the story of being in this community, okay? The community itself has a story, but each one of us in the community also has our own story that runs parallel to the community story, right? Yes. Story, big story, and parallel stories, and all these other parallel stories that may be detouring and interacting and all the rest of that. So, Joanne, for you and for Sully, I've already asked Lubitsa, and she gave us an incredible description at the very beginning of this conversation. What end of story? It doesn't matter where it ends. What do you see being the end of this community story for you? Not your tribe, not your profession, you personally.
My goodness. I love living in the moment. I love living with the unknown. So the mystery of that, and the infinity of all possibilities. I don't feel like I can see the end of the story of Sacred You, other than it continually growing and evolving and expanding and touching people all over the world even more so. So I just see expansion. I see growth. I see healing. I see possibility. And obviously people are going to come and go, but they're always going to be, it's always going to be open for them to come and go. It's this, movement of energy as such. So just massive possibilities, massive expansion. all over the
Could you
world.
take it one step further?
One
Make
step.
it that one step further, that one personal step. Where do you see it taking you?
For me,
Yeah, for you.
again, it's infinite. It's absolute infinite possibility that, to be a part of something so massive, to be able to, expand myself and grow myself in the community, to really, guide and support whatever is necessary in this community for it to be a massive, massive global expansion of growth and healing. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Healing is the word, right? And I had this conversation last night with my own coach. It's funny you talk about it, in my own life and my own journey and my book as such. And, there's places that I haven't even visited within me that I need to share that is going to help a lot of people, right? So sharing my story, being vulnerable, right? Really opening up and sharing the good, bad, and the ugly, and the shame, and the pain. And, that's something that I'm still exploring. And with that, I can actually be able to, I guess, give more of me and know that, anything is possible no matter wherever you've been on your journey. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's important for people to hear all different sides of the coin when it comes to what we see in our future growth, our future healing. And it's wonderful to know that where you've been in your life, which may not have been a happy place, that you are anticipating that over the next years, there will be incredible healing, vulnerability, more healing, and the sharing of that out so other people can also find their healing in your story. So thank you so much for sharing that. I'm wondering if Sophia has anything from Sally.
Really? You're just kind of getting the messages. Yes, Sally is saying, and thank you, Sally. So Sally is saying, I think when you're playing a role in the story, it's the journey that is most enjoyable. The end of the journey never ends because in one way or another, it continues. The lessons, the memories, the impressions. If we're talking about the end, it can it be interpreted a few ways, every rebirth. Is that the end to something, or is it a mutation?
Or an evolution?
Or an evolution.
Sally, thank you. I mean, if we are going to end anywhere tonight, I think we're going to end with your comment, because it just gives everybody so much hope for their future, no matter where they're at in it, and that the story is never ending. It just continues to roll over and evolve, and mutate and evolve again. So thank you very much. Sophia, is there anything you want to add before we end off Community Connections for this week?
No.
Okay.
No, well, just that I love you. And thank
you.
Okay, hold on. Sally's also saying, if you're an outsider watching or listening, the conclusion is most enjoyable because you don't get to feel the magic or energy during the process. If you're watching the journey, watching the story,
unfold,
you get it. Yeah. Love it.
So if you're not in the journey, on the journey, but you're just the observer from the outside, you do have the enjoyment of being the observer, but you don't have the full-on experience of being in it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Good comments. I am looking forward to meeting Sally in or out of her bed one day. I am looking forward to meeting Sally. Okay.
We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, Sally. Oh God, I'm just going to call you Salary. Sorry, Sally. I didn't mean salary just came up. It's like pizza. Now we've got pizza and Sally. Sorry for the picture.
Beautiful.
2 weeks' time. If you want to join us, Sue will be back in 2 weeks.
And Sophia will be back next week. We trade off on Community Connections, except that Sophia doesn't speak on the same day and night as
No.
daytime as I do. She speaks on Thursday, Friday?
In Australia, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Alternative weeks. We tend
Alternative
to
weeks.
do that. So you're more than welcome to join us for that for next week. Righty. So we're going to say goodbye. Bye-bye to Facebook world. Hope Sally's feeling better soon. And we will see everyone soon.
And thank you for joining us. Everybody who's joining us live in some way and in the background, hiding behind screens we can't see. And everybody who's watching on the replay. If you have questions or comments, please put them in. We will see them. We will answer them. And hopefully you'll join us one day. Thank you so much. I'm Sue Rumack, Life Force Activators host on sacredyou.love. And we've got Sophia, who is our Supreme Leader, one of them, and Libizia Popovic, who is a member at large, and Joanne Irwin, who is a member and a host as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Be well. Community Connections, sacredyou.love.